Hey everybody, welcome to BombSquad. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and exploding dice to tell a good story. And today we have several things, because we just got back from Gen Con. We have a special guest coming, surprise. And I don't know if someone can show we finally got our dice mats in.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So that's super exciting. And maybe I can clear. We also picked up some dice pads from the amazing Crystal Sully, which probably a lot of you have heard her name. I can't get it. Mine's buried. I'll have to.
I can get mine.
You got yours?
Okay, how's it
Mine's
going?
got a good one.
Cause mine's
We got a couple of
my
them here.
favorite.
Looks amazing.
He's beautiful.
Thank you. So check her
handsome.
out.
I love his
I'll have-
eyes.
I didn't know she did self-portraits. Or not self-portraits. I did portraits.
I knew it was David.
Not self.
Stop. I can't smile.
We've got some more, several other things. I'm going to piece it out through these next episodes, show you the different things we got. So, anyways, RPG Anne-Marie?
Yes! Fuck yeah. Alright, RPG MRE of the day. We have, if everyone would like to lift their glass for a
yes.
toast. We have an avocado blueberry protein smoothie. I say smoothie because I did not do ice. I've never done a recipe with avocado. However, I did a whole avocado because I made a massive shake. So remember, avocado is healthy fat, but it's higher in fat, so therefore it's higher in calories. However, what's the verdict?
It's good.
Wait, what are we toasting? Are we toasting avocado? Are we toasting
Oh yeah, we did
avocado?
toast.
My wife can't have avocados. I'd rather
Alright, not avocados.
Oh, all right.
We hate avocados.
Okay,
not avocado.
how about we toast everything that goes good on toast? Jams, berries, butter.
A great deal of butter.
Of course.
A great deal of butter.
Cheers.
Yes.
So, I would prefer mine colder.
You guys have little mustaches.
Yeah. Also, tip, I think we did chocolate protein. Try vanilla. See what you think. So we did the protein powder, blueberries. We did do half a banana. This thing's not gonna stay on. Almond milk. The whole avocado. And check out my video for the secret ingredient.
Nice.
It'll be up soon by the time you see this. Oh my gosh!
No!
Batwing is the secret ingredient?
Yes.
Yes.
David, you're little
that.
Newt.
A little bit of
Yes.
toadstool from
That was the other
Ingrid.
one.
Excellent.
Yes.
Slimy toads.
All right, let's do this, because we're running behind on time, as always.
With a V.
Not that you guys would know. But, let us dive into the next mustachious episode of BombSquad. So, we need to do some recap.
Yes.
So,
Please.
what is the last thing anyone remembers?
killing farts.
That's true.
I was feeding a baby.
You were, yes.
But like, what?
All right, so we left off. So you guys had the party at Tiri's, of course, and we wrapped that up when Tiri read the letter from her hubby, and our hero tried to sneak away, but wasn't quite fast enough. Everybody went outside. The decision was made that everyone was coming.
Much to my chagrin.
Yeah, because of the cart. And
Get protein shake off my mustache. This is new.
So yes, you guys took off, leaving Tiri's. Tiri seemed a little off when we left, when you were leaving, so she went to bed. And on the road, Iliad had some special dream given to him, and Brick was revisiting some memories, which caused them both to, at various times, step out of the cart in a heightened emotional state, I believe is how our hero described it.
And the way.
So,
Sure moment.
Everyone thought was completely normal.
yes.
You know, it's like when
Sure
girls go to the
moment,
bathroom
stuff
together.
happens. Yeah.
Sort of like took our moment.
Yep.
And then after that, our hero was doing some scouting ahead, flying above, and spotted some people in trouble with clouds of green gas once again. And you guys rolled high enough on your travel stuff to have the surprise. And it was an interesting battle. Brick saved our hero from being just consumed with gas. And Ingrid was able to pull the people away, but at the end, when you did finally defeat the gaseous reeks, one of the people didn't make it. The other is unconscious but alive. And you guys were about half a day's travel from the port town of Ddrws, where you're heading to pick up a boat ride. One to where maybe Nori thinks there might be some of the special glass he needs to get, and then also to head on to the free port cities on the opposite side of the continent to then take a ship from there to Arkiro's homeland. And that's pretty much where we left off. And that's where we're going to pick up. You were in the battle.
Did great.
Yep, you did great. You and Brick were on the front lines for the whole thing. But basically, you've just been a little off. And that's actually where we're going to pick up. Going to do a little flashback to see what was going on with Tiri. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else important. And then basically, we'll jump forward to where you guys are arriving at the port town. So we're going to pick up where everyone's headed out. And Brick was like, Tiri, you coming? And he kind of tapped his heart, and you're like, all right. And you guys had headed out, and Aubrey pulled you aside just to say goodbye, since it seems like you guys are just headed out in the middle of the night, off on another adventure. So she just pulls you aside, and she has the cigars that you gave her. And she just says, Tiri, I wanted at least a moment with my dear friend to say goodbye. And hopefully see you soon. Would you like to have a smoke with me before we go?
Please.
Excellent. How did you know, by the way? Like,
I have my resources, and I cut deals with Peter all the time.
a good cigar always makes me think of my father. I really appreciate this. So she's gonna light it up. You guys sit there. Are you sure you're going to head off already?
Tajik's always been the cavalier. He gets wrapped up in all those causes and is always out and about, and this one's mine. This one's mine. And it's not like the children haven't quite gotten to a point where I can not trust them home alone by themselves. But it's not always what you think it's going to be. And I dare say we are headed out his way. I guess I've just got my hopes up.
I understand. And you'll know, of course, I'm sure Kari can take care of everyone.
Oh, well, before today, I always trusted she would stick around and watch the children, but
Yes,
now I can't trust any of them.
well, I'll tell you, as often as I can, I will make sure to stop by or send someone just to check.
Thank you. I've got Tana coming in now that Nori's out. She has no reason to stay away, but she's not going to be in for long, and I'm proud of them. I'm so proud of them all. It's just you never know what to expect, and it's not going to be the same when we get back after this.
Of that, I'm sure. Who knows what just alone what you've done. I don't know what the capital will do. The necromancers. No need to say.
I don't raise my children to be safe. I raise them to have adventure. And, well, I'm going to have 3 of them out and about next, probably before I get back. That's just, how they are. They know when it's time.
Well, may the dragon be with you, for what it's worth.
I'm with you. Keep a good eye on this town. At least one thing needs to be the same when I get back here.
I've thought about having children, but one, I'd have to find someone who could deal with me.
Oh, well, think of this as a bit of a library. You could just borrow one or so. I'm sure they would not mind.
I'll remember that. Well, and I also feel that with this town, it's a lot of children to take care of already.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll remember that. Perhaps if maybe Tamarin will be interested in helping me out.
Yeah, I could see him popping in.
No, no restrictions, of course. I know how your children are. Mm-hmm. They need their freedom.
Yep. Don't give him anything cushy. If he wants front lines, you don't have to answer to me.
Very well.
But yeah, if I know him, he's probably gonna want to scout out, maybe see another continent. I don't know if we've got any business going down there, but his dreams, they'll carry him.
Oh, if he does well, maybe I'll see if I can get him connections with the capital.
Sure.
Well, I shouldn't. It sounds like they're having an interesting discussion over there. Perhaps you should join. Roll your fortitude for me.
$19.
19. As you're about to respond to her there, you feel your stomach go.
Oh gosh.
And something's starting to come up, but you're you catch it. You're not sure if it's the disappointments of your husband's letter, the pungence of the rich cigar, the exhaustion of finally settling such a magnificent party and now off on adventure, or...
Oh, it's a pie. Oh, it's a pie.
There's also one other thing you consumed, of which does not sit well with your constitution.
I'm not admitting to that yet.
Kari's doing an excellent job. You walk by and you see her loading Iliad up with all the supplies needed, some stuff for Pim Pam and everything. She's got everything set. And the others are arguing, but you're barely holding whatever wants to come up. So maybe a little nap.
I probably should retire at this point.
All right.
There's a cozy spot in the loft of the cart just in case they leave without me.
Perfect. So that's when Tiri tucks in. On the road, you have a very sweat-filled sleep as things inside of you are wrestling and fighting, and it never quite wakes you up. But you have these. You can't remember any of the dreams you have, but they're frustrating. And then you keep feeling like something's trying to grab you and pull you away. And finally, it grabs purchase, and you feel yourself yanked out of whatever chaotic dream you're in, and you're rushing through these clouds very quickly, and you're getting like that throwing up is now changing from sickness from some kind of food to like G-forces of how fast you're being pulled, and then all of a sudden, you fall down, or you're just standing and you feel like you've landed in this study or library of some kind. We're gonna see if this plays. There we go. Clocks are everywhere around you. And you almost feel like you're in a dream state, like everything. You're a little lightheaded, and you can't quite discern everything around you. But there's a fireplace. There's bookshelves everywhere.
Does it look anything like my study?
No, though the style is very gnomish. But
Okay.
it doesn't look familiar, as in you've been here before. And as you look up, you see the ceiling is open to the sky, but it doesn't look like the normal sky you're used to. There's strange colors wisping in the air, and it almost makes you lightheaded. You come down and you realize over to the far side, to your right, there's an opening looking down, and you realize you're like hundreds of feet above the ground, wherever this study is.
So open sky, open floor. It's
like
just
glass.
A wall of
It's like a dome room.
of studies.
And then, as you're standing there trying to put it together, you hear the noise of someone walking in, and you turn to look and see. Kind of looks like a gnome, but it's about dwarf size, and the features are just a little different. They're more harsh, more strong, and for a second, you almost, in your dizzied state, you almost think goblin for a second, but then you're like, no, too big, and it's this older gnome, I guess we'll say, looking person, and he's fiddling with something. He's got spectacles that just sit on the end of his long nose, and he's bald on top with just a little, like a couple hairs here, and then the nice, like, Jean-Luc Picard style of gray hair. And he's fiddling with something and looks up and oh, hello, dear granddaughter. Forgot you were coming nearly. Do sit down, Reginald. And all of a sudden you realize by the fireplace there's this like robotic humanoid that doesn't have hands. They're just like a chunk of wood and then a chunk of wood, and it's connected with gears, and then there's like this telescope sort of eye in the center. And it all of a sudden straightens up and it does this like salute like that. And he says, be a good man and fetch the lady a cup of tea, won't you? On second thought, make that a coffee from Medalia's fields, I think. She'll need something strong after the trip she's taken. Ooh, and the fall she shall shortly take. Oh dear. And tea for me, thank you, there's a good man. And the little stick figure does this again and marches off. There is several chairs and a couch next to you.
Pim Pam?
She's not with you.
Hammer.
Roll your will.
Yes. 12.
No hammer.
Okay.
You are just you're not even in your armor, you're just in regular clothes. Like your everyday mommy clothes.
Okay.
They're, they're
that
fit
be
to
armor?
move and catch. Yeah, I know. They're for more quick movement. And he goes over to the desk that's there and he starts fiddling with something. And eventually the little robot comes back in and it's like holding your tea or the coffee he has for you, and he holds it up to you.
Okay. I'll take one of those. Yes, you're dismissed.
And then it goes back in its room. And it brings the tea out. You can taste it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. And yeah, sure.
Nothing
Okay.
strange happens. It's a
Okay.
very rich, earthy coffee. and it's just very strong. It feels strong, and almost that dizziness you're feeling starts to settle a little bit.
Okay, well, no one pulls you into an out-of-body experience to poison you, so I'll continue to sip away. Is there a table that the gentleman is fiddling at? Is like kind of a desk? Okay, so I'm gonna go over, put my elbow on that, and kind of look him right in the eye, like, all right, what's your business?
Just let me. Sometimes, if I get off of something, I never forget to finish it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, dope. Oh, please do. Carry on.
And you realize he's working on another one of those little robots, just like the one that brought you the coffee. And he goes, yes, there it is. And he winds the gear up, pulls the key out, sets him up, and it stands up. And you see the Reginald, the other one, comes in and climbs up on the table, because it's only about maybe this big, climbs up at the table, and it like puts his hands out, and they shake hands and salute each other, and he pats him on the shoulder. He's like, yes, there we are. There you are, Gerard. Much better. Sorry about that. Now, yes, business. Oh, I do find speaking business in a comfortable seat is much preferred. Do sit down. And he settles into this big sofa chair that's a little too big for him, so his feet don't quite touch the floor.
All right, I'll hop up onto the arm of the chair, and I'll put one of my boots up on the seat and start just tweaking some of the gears, helping myself to, I suppose, some tools he has lying around.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
So anyway,
it's pretty messy. And he says, yes, sips his tea. Do forgive me for calling you so suddenly like this. It's just, things are rather interesting as of late. I think you've noticed.
Yeah, it hasn't taken me by surprise like it used to.
Indeed. Well, I tend not to bother in the affairs of my grandchildren when at least as when I can help it. I like to let you be free and make your own decisions, live by those consequences. I believe you know well what I mean. Anyways, there are some things, and I think there may be we will need to have a moot soon. Some of my friends and I am working towards that, and when we do that, we need representatives from the temporal plane, of course. And
oh dear.
It's something you can think about if you want. I do not hold you bound to anything, but I did find your care of your family and your recent experience possibly a good candidate for that. I do hate asking this, and you can think about it. Take your time. I won't hold you to any of those oaths the others do or anything. It's simply a business thing they make you. You know how it is.
Yep. And I laughed at Ddrws this whole time. Well, they're real. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Indeed.
What a privilege. I feel so special. What do you need me to do?
Oh, nothing for now. Other than what you're doing. When I get this moot on, then I'll call on you again. Though we might want to find a better way. There's some doors opening. That's one of the things I'm worried about, actually. The doors between planes seem to be opening more easily. And gladly, you had some of that strange soup, and that rather made it easier for me to yank you here. That's why the coffee's good. It'll be a little rough when you get back, but I wouldn't recommend having any more of that. Yes, never been much one for the stuff. I like my meals more solid. But yes, so do keep an eye out and do try to stay alive.
And so, should I refer to you as a chronomancer, or should we go something more patronizing like grandfather?
Grandfather is, in a sense, appropriate. I had a thought once, and it blossomed into something, and it found a friend, and out of that, you. Not you specifically, of course, but what you are.
And here we are.
Indeed. It has been quite enjoyable to watch. Pain and joy. But that is the fun of it. You can't create something new without sacrificing something else, don't you think?
I find that you create something new when you throw a whole bunch of stuff together that shouldn't, and then suddenly, it does.
That is very true. And then those things are never what they were before.
Not unless you keep a really tight hand on them, and there's no fun in that.
Exactly. That's why I like you. You remind me of some old friends. Anyways, yes. There's some things happening. I don't know exactly, but do continue where you're going off to, and these friends of yours. I think you're on the right track. So do collect as much knowledge as you can for me. I'll be watching from where I can and how I can, and I'll call on you when it's time for the moot. It will be quite fun. A little boring at parts, but it will be quite interesting for you, I'm certain.
I want to make a perception, or if I may, for... If he's a gnome, he loves trinkets and funny little things that represent him and his people and his times and his adventures, whatever. Does he have something like that lying around on a desk, on a shelf, a bookend, something that looks quirky?
Yeah, roll it up.
23.
Okay. Two things you catch that really stick out to you. One is much bigger, and it's near where the floor opens up to the glass so you can see below. And you realize there's like this almost like telescope sort of structure pointed down, and then another one next to it pointed up to the other glass. And beside it is like this canister, but it's like almost like for the giant beer holders, so it's like 100 gallons or something size. And there's these, it's constantly moving. And every once in a while you see a bit of smoke go into it. A little smoke go out of a different nozzle, and the smoke that goes out goes down, and then there's this little, as you follow one, it blinks, and there's like, it's almost like a star shines for a second out in the sky. They're not connected, like one doesn't go in, which then makes another one come out. It's two could go at the same time, there's no randomness to it. Then the trinket-wise that you notice is a small gear that has attached to it a white flower. Tiri might know, a moonflower.
Okay.
Attached to it. And it seems that as the gear keeps spinning, it's then got some little blue, like wiring that kind of glows a little bit. So the gear is always spinning, and you don't see any power source, but the wiring goes into that moonflower. So you could like pin it on your breast, and the gear just keeps spinning, and that moonflower sits there.
Well, if we have an arrangement, then I suppose a little bit of an exchange. Just something to remind you to pay some interest to us little people that are down here.
Indeed.
How about that? And I'll point out the moonflower. You wouldn't mind if I keep that safe for you, would you?
Interesting. No, yes, I think actually that would be quite appropriate. Do take it. Do take it.
I will, and I'll pin it on to, no armor, so I'll pin it on to the shoulder somewhere.
There's this moment where he just stares and he's like, yes, you do remind me of her sometimes. In a way. But you are your own creature, of course.
And I plan to remain so.
Oh, as I said, I don't like to interfere. I rather set things into motion and watch what happens. In this case, it seems that the motion could be stopped, and I would like to keep the motion moving. Time is running short. If you stay too long, you stay. So, if you want to return, which would be beneficial, I think, to both you and myself. Yes, indeed. This way, please.
Okay.
Reginald, Gerard, the doors. And you see them both, and they go over, and they start whining. Gerard starts to go too fast, and Reginald's like, and then, and where the window is, it was solid wall, pulls apart and opens up, and you hear rushing wind. And
Do I have my boots?
Yep.
Alrighty. I'll wind them down with the wrench and just make sure it's well set, pocket, and leap out into the void.
Very good. I hope to see you shortly.
I'm just going to do a crow call. Yeah. As I'm flying out.
Awesome. As you rush down, you're just heading through these clouds and whiffs, and you can, if you look back, you can see the sky is all those different colors, and the land that spreads before you is this gorgeous, like paradise-looking space. And you realize you don't see a sun anywhere, but there's light coming from like the ground itself. And you're too far away to see, but there's some creatures or humanoids possibly walking around there. But as you're heading through it, it's like it starts to ripple into water, and then it splashes in your face, and you sit up soaked in sweat next to Ingrid, still asleep in the cart.
Pim Pam.
She's there, sound asleep.
Flower.
It's there. The wheel's going.
The wrench I pocketed before I left.
Roll your agility, and then we'll pop into Ddrws.
You need to know if these things are real. 18.
Yeah, I'll say you got it.
He has a sense of humor. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? There's a little tag on it. Listen, do bring it back next time I see you, but enjoy it while it's there.
Oh my gosh.
G-pop. All right. So.
Does she come out of the wagon in a heightened emotional state? Nori, what is wrong with these people?
She's awake. I'm hoping she doesn't know I'm here.
No, I'm just gonna go off to Pim Pam on his like meddle not in the affairs of wizards, dragons, crazy old grandparents, and time lords, and sprites and fairies, and you just like go ahead.
So, we head on. We'll fast forward through the battle with the gaseous reeks and onto the Porton Ddrws. You guys arrive there, and you're met by. It's run by a gentleman, Sergeant Oren, who's this big, beefy human gentleman with white hair and this great like handlebar mustache that goes into like this goatee underneath here, but bright white, and he wears this almost like cowboy's hat with a feather in it, and he recognizes Nori and Nori's symbol that Nori has inside his jacket, which is the crossed swords with a hammer in the center. And I'm just fast forwarding to get where we need to be, but you guys come. The town is surrounded by this wall. It's a solid stone wall about 10 or 12 feet high that wraps around this little alcove of the land where the water's a little more still. And it's a mix of homes. More to the southeast are more like Spanish-style houses, which you guys local to the area would know that's like the Freeport cities. That's their kind of style. Whereas northwest sections of town is more of the English-style homes that are traditional to Dinalthir. And he takes you guys to the fort where the military operates out of. And he has that same symbol that Sergeant Audrey does on his armor and stuff, the crossed swords with the shield. And he explains they've been having a lot of trouble with these strange attacks those gaseous reeks things. He doesn't call them that. It's just like these strange winds come in and take out these people, and nobody knows exactly why. It's just started happening in the past couple weeks. And as you guys are arriving at the kind of his fort station, there's a young lady, maybe it looks like a young lady, but bunny ears on top of her head, bouncing her way toward the station. And our guest will join us.
Who could it be?
Who could it be?
Who could it be?
Gotta remember to turn on the mic.
Hello, sir.
Woohoo!
Here he is.
Some magnificent mustaches here.
Yes.
As the party is approaching the station with the Sergeant Oren, who you are heading to see as well, because some things have not gone well for you. You thought you had some friends, but they haven't shown yet. What does the party see?
Well, so you see a young female with what appears to be bunny ears on her head. She's got a simple outfit that's good for exploring in. She's got a large kind of a haversack kind of on her side that looks like it's got a couple herbs sticking out of it and stuff in places. It looks like it's pretty well padded there. And she's got some tools and stuff that looks like it's in another belt. And yeah, she's excitedly, skipping or hopping with the ears bobbing up and down a little bit as she's moving. And I guess she sees this group coming that looks fairly like they could be mercenaries.
Yes, for sure. A weird compile, and they are with the Sergeant Oren, who you know is the head of the town, the head policeman.
Is there one of them that looks like they're more in charge of the group than others?
Definitely.
We need to roll.
Should I roll to see?
Yeah. Or should they all roll presents and see who it is?
Okay, let's do this.
Why don't Felicity can roll like a perception to see through all the madness.
By the way, how do we compare? Following.
I think you're wearing yours upside down.
Am I?
I can't remember how many I
Big
rolled.
one.
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh.
Beefy.
That was a great roll. Start
It's
off with.
not great,
Excellent.
actually.
I got a 9 to start with.
9, all right. I like that for Felicity, though. In this moment.
17.
17.
18.
18.
23.
Yeah, our Kiro.
7. I'm still changing Larry back to...
How tall is the bunny?
She's only like 5 foot.
Okay.
So she's my height.
Well, now with the ears,
With the ears.
she's probably like 6 foot.
Okay, so you're a big bunny.
Big old bunny.
Well, so I am human in appearance
Oh, okay.
here, but I have bunny ears.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course. That makes complete sense.
You
Yeah.
didn't roll yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was a picture from like the forehead down, you'd think just human girl.
Yeah.
Iliad, you have an advantage on the roll.
Me?
From your attractive
Which
perk.
means I need to roll what?
This one again.
Another D10?
Yep.
Yeah, you
the
can roll this
highest.
one over in
Well,
whatever.
I want to see them all.
Oh, God.
It's going to explode.
Let's see them all.
Just look, watch, it's going to explode.
Oh, it's still really good though.
So sorry.
I think yeah.
I'll put my mustache back on.
Iliad would win because he's attractive.
Yeah.
Wait,
what'd you get?
24.
24. Okay. So there's two that stand out.
Right?
to you.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah.
It's 19.
No, but you don't add this one because it was advantage.
Whoa! Okay, alright, still. As long as I
Trying to
win.
bend the rules.
As long as you still
We
won.
just change the background as glorious as we are.
Yes.
You see
Just point
the
to his
group,
beauty.
that 7-foot-tall Scalori Birdman stands out to you, but as he's spreading he's like stretching his wings for a second, and as his wings come down, this beautiful elf kind of walking through. He just seems to exude this presence of
hair.
authority. Yeah.
Flex, sweat dripping down my... No, not sweat. That's not what I...
It's too late. It's too late.
Glitter drips from your brow.
Why?
So I see these two, and I don't know which one. I mean, they both could be. So I just kind of hop up a little bit between them and look between them. I was like, "Hi, it took you guys really long to get here. I was expecting you way long ago, but it's really good that you made it here. You guys look a little bit different though, but that's okay. That's cool. Are you ready to go?"
I'm sorry. What's your name?
I'm Felicity.
Right!
It's Felicity.
Guys, Felicity! And then I step behind the hide in our hero's way.
You didn't give me a name or a description?
Sorry, Norvin. You spoke to Norvin.
Okay.
And a big bald man and a bohan, a cow person you were looking for.
Yeah, I was like, I spoke to Norvin, and Norvin set up, and so I'm looking for. I mean, I'm a little surprised because I don't see the bald man that. Well, I mean, are you wearing your helmet?
No,
Okay.
no, it's down.
Yeah, I don't. And there's a cow person too that was supposed to be in the group. That's how. But I mean, you look like you're a group of mercenaries. I'm sure you're the people.
Yes. And we're ready. We're ready to go. We just have to do a little shopping.
Oh, okay, that's great. I'll come along with you.
Nori pops out and he's like, "What you looking for?"
Well, if you're looking for a cow, it's right. It's that guy.
I change
right
him
there.
so he looks a little.
No, get away.
Take it away.
I'm looking to go to the island of.
Sorry, I have it right here, because I just made it up. Taneni.
The island of Tanini.
Oh, well, he pulls the Arcaro aside. That's one of the places where there's glass.
Then let's go.
We happen to be going there as well. What a coincidence.
Well, of course you're going there. That's why you're.
Right, yes.
I'm really confused.
So what have you guys been doing? What took you so long?
You're
Did you
new to
encounter
this
something
whole
on the road? Is there
adventuring
some
thing,
trouble
are you?
coming? Or
This is
what's
what we
going on
do.
here?
Skipping stones and things.
What?
We encountered
Yes, what we were doing.
You're
evil
really tall.
guests. You are small.
Would you like a cookie?
No.
I baked them myself.
Does
Lovely.
anyone else feel uncomfortable? I whisper it.
The sergeant peeps up. Gentlefolk, if you are thinking of going to Toneni, it's coming down to the end of harvest here, so usually the lava flows begin soon. So I would rather recommend not going there.
Oh no, it's the perfect time to go because then the lava flows and the lava worms, and so that'll make it so the glass is a lot better, and then I'll be able to harvest it, and I'll be able to make all sorts of good things with it.
Nori
Lava
goes,
worms.
what she said.
All right, I guess we're going.
What? No.
I love a cookie.
Sooner than later would be better.
All right, takes a cookie,
good.
passes out a scone.
We are leaving the cart here.
Yes.
I was going to recommend,
Verdict.
I have some things to do,
Oh.
so I'm going to stay with the cart,
It's amazing. Oh, by
and you
the
guys
way,
will have fun.
You cannot be by yourself.
I won't be by myself. I can make friends really fast.
He's got Mary.
And I got this guy. And he just puts his hand on Sergeant Warren. It's just like, I mean, of course, the Royal Artificer is welcome to stay at the guard station.
You will take care of him, or you will hear from me personally.
And my cart.
And
I
her
will
cart.
hear from her cart.
Yes.
Yes.
and my hammer.
There are lots of things that talk that shouldn't talk.
I have to agree with you on that one, as an officer of the law. Well, yes, of course, we can keep it here at the guard station. That's no problem at all. But I would recommend seeing Alatar. at the Libertade. He deals with getting ships to that region. The other ones that we normally deal with, they're really only for the local farmers who till those fields. Which I'll say Felicity would know this because you were getting ready to go here. It's some volcanic islands, and the volcanoes are pretty regular. At the end of harvest season, they flood the lands. So no one has set up permanent residence there anymore. The kingdom owns it and kind of like leases it out for people to go till and farm, because with the volcanoes, it's very rich fields. But they go out there, they live there for the season, harvest, and come back. And you guys are at the end of harvest season at this point, so most of the people, there's not really any people on there anymore.
Yeah, basically the volcanoes, they regularly eat their fiber so that they can be very regular in their eruptions, and so that it's very fertile for the fields. But you don't want to be there because lava hurts.
And it's the end of tourist season. You want to get away with the view?
What?
What?
Right, you guys seem to be really on top of things today. You should probably get going. I'm gonna stay here.
Wait. We have this person that we picked up on the
Oh
side
yeah,
of the
sorry.
road.
We are Sergeant Oren's taking care of that person.
I just want to make sure I don't want a person in my car when I come back.
Another voice in the car.
Yes, we will. We have had some success. 60% at most, maybe, helping these people recover. So we will take her to the healers.
That's good. Okay, thank you.
Oh, what's wrong with her? Maybe I could look at her. I'm really good at looking at people and helping them and making them feel better.
You certainly could if you would like.
You know what? I'm gonna play a back seat in this one. You guys have fun.
Well, he did say that it makes you regular in your explosions? Is that what I heard?
I think I packed a
want no
firework.
part.
It's in the
I
bag.
want no part of
think.
it.
It wasn't like that other firework, which was not just a firework, but many fireworks.
What other? Well, no. Yeah, I don't think I could have fit one of
Are
those.
you guys gonna go or what? I need this glass, okay?
Who's going to
Take
lead the
care of
way?
Larry.
Young Bunny, please lead the way.
Oh yeah, we just need to get a boat over here. But, I mean, you guys are supposed to take care of the boat. That's why I paid Norvon for it.
He flies.
Oh, well, he's got wings. I would think he would fly.
Yeah, so
I
could you just
fly.
like bundle us all up and carry us in a little sack?
too. So
No, he
I'm
glides.
here.
I jump.
And glides. It's not really flying.
I can fly though. Just choose not to.
I'm afraid I fell asleep in that class, so I'll just swim.
Interesting.
Can I float down your back?
No, I'm kidding. I sink like a rock. Let's go steal a boat.
Young Bunny, we clearly do not have a boat. Where can we get one?
By the
Well, he has a ship.
I rolled a 35 for restoration. Power level 6 restoration on the person.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to, sorry, go ahead.
The woman flutters her eyes open. How'd you
So
do
yeah,
it?
I kind of hop over and kind of look over, and then I hold out some herbs from my pouch. They look like they've been dried in a way that they're very old. I just kind of hold them
carrots.
out, and some white energy starts to envelop my hands, and then shoots out and encompasses the body, and kind of radiates around, and then dissipates.
So then the woman flutters her eyes open for a second and seems afraid, and then sees a bunny.
Hi, how are you doing? You were kind of sleeping there. I don't know what was wrong with you. They said there was something wrong with you, but then I just did this and
Too much, and I pick her up.
Wow, you're really strong.
With a giant birdman picking up a woman with bunny ears, the woman lying down faints. But her skin color is returning. She seems much better. So I said, we'll make sure we find out who she is and take her where she needs to be. Thank you. Again, if you're looking for a boat to the Libertade.
Are you a witch?
Ingrid, is she a witch?
I'm not a witch.
What do I?
I'm Felicity.
You can roll
Gotcha.
perception if you don't believe her.
Yeah.
how
7.
Honestly, you can decide whether you believe her or not. I can't give you anything.
she might still be a witch. Do you like soup?
Some soups, yes.
Yeah, probably. Yep, she's a witch.
Definitely.
Let's go.
It depends on the soup and what's in the soup.
Carrots.
Carrots are usually good.
I'm not getting the reaction I thought. I don't know.
Are you sure your character would even know?
Would you like a chocolate chip? Would you like a chocolate chip muffin?
A what?
A bag of
Hey,
coins.
we've already made Peter Rabbit jokes.
That should come to
This is true.
What about batwing broth?
Why would you put bat wings in a broth?
Yeah, do you know what's in
change
it?
the cart into a
Bat wings?
I'm not gonna
but I
say
don't
it
think she
again.
wants to know.
If you hand me the gold, I have some other ideas.
He's got other ideas. How about Ilya? How about you go get a boat and us girls go shopping?
I would love to go get a boat.
Go get a boat. Get a boat, boat boy. Go on.
All right. Can I roll?
Here, have a chocolate chip muffin. It'll help you while you look for a boat.
Why not? Let's stick it in my little pouch. I feel like I have to tuck in, like I pull grass, tuck it to make sure it doesn't smush.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'm blanking. I want to like look to see where I need to go.
Sergeant Orrin pointed the way.
Oh, he did? Okay,
Yeah,
all
and
right.
he told you where to go.
So
There are street signs here, and there are guards walking everywhere.
I'm gonna go with him.
Because I was gonna say he didn't hand the bag over.
Yeah, he just walked away.
He's fine.
Who needs that?
All right. Does everyone want to go, or were the girls going shopping?
I think we're shopping.
All right.
The girls in brick.
So all the girls.
All right. I guess we're going shopping.
I'm like hopping around Brick now, looking at his armor. That's very interesting armor. Where'd you get this armor from? Who made it? Where'd you get it from? Did you build it?
Yes, but I was born with it.
You were born with the armor?
Yes. And fun story, are we near Nori still?
No, you guys
Okay.
are walking through the town.
That little gnome guy, he actually birthed me.
Maybe a metal golem?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know the science of it. I just know it happened. For sure.
You remember it.
I remember the day. It was dark and then it was light all of a sudden.
My mom said
No
she
more
pulled me from
detail.
a pumpkin, but we all have our stories.
I've always been this old.
I'm so glad we're sharing.
Oh man. All right.
All right.
The how do I say this delicately? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good.
Ajax talks in your ear. What are you doing?
I want to pull on the ears. Are they real? I don't. Is this a person? Is that a thing?
You see, every now and then the ear kind of flicks a little bit.
Oh, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't know why. I
Let's just don't look at it then. But then
They're so big.
you see, if you look away, a camera on your HUD pops up. And
Stop!
Ajax is looking at it.
Stop
scanning
it. Turn it off.
I'm sorry, it's just really fascinating. It's literally nothing in my banks of what I can access right now. I'll stop.
Can I go over to like Ingrid
Yeah.
and are there bunny people? Is that real?
You don't know of any bunny.
While he's trying to figure out whether or not you're real, I'm just gonna get
I
upgrade
don't
some
know
armor
a
and get some
bunny.
things for Pim Pam.
Okay.
Oh,
is
you know, I'm
different.
actually a blacksmith.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I make armor and I make weapons, and it's fun. I love doing it.
Lead on. I gotta get some custom plates for these belts.
Oh,
I think it'll be
yeah.
absolutely sick. And we're just gonna
You know, we
stick
could
them
definitely
everywhere
make
and
it like so it brings out the features in your face.
And then she's getting a little bit big for this thing because this baby, the pauldron.
Oh.
So I was thinking like get something on the back and we could get armor it up and then camouflage it so we
Oh
can
yeah,
fight,
you
we
know,
can,
I could
drop-
totally. She pulls out a notebook and just starts drawing and figuring out some
All right,
armor.
Nori's fired. We've got something going on here. So
Nori's fired.
Somewhere far away you go. All right. So while you guys are chit-chatting, did you have something else?
No. We're
Just
just
very
gonna keep
excited.
going on about that.
Yeah, you guys will head off into the towns, and we'll pick up next time with what Iliad and our hero.
Iliad,
doing
stop
with the boat.
skipping. Walk.
I think I just need to put on my mustache again. Excuse me, my mustache.
Looks great. Excellent. All right.
The worst.
Thank you for joining us on this nonsense, and welcome the Great Mustache. If you didn't recognize him, JP, Jonathan. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see what kind of shenanigans they get to in the next episode.
It's gonna be good.
As always, our OpenLegendRPG.com, HeroMuster.com for playing good old games, and check out I was using some Sirenscape today, but links in the description below for all the music, ambience, and sound effects we use. And we'll have Dave's link for how to make his protein shake as well. And Inn of Planar Crossroads and the Greyhawk channel where Great Mustache does a game, both on YouTube and Twitch. So that's some other Open Legend. I couldn't think for a second. That's some other Open Legend actual plays you can check out. So give them some love, and we will see you next week.